Welcome to 1001 Bedtime Stories of World War II. Hi, I'm Wayne Perkins, and this story, again, is based on the book The Last Flight of the Daisy Mae, the story of heroism and hope at 17,000 feet. And in this story, which takes place in Chapter 3, we have the Nelson family that are farmers in northern Illinois, just outside of DeKalb, Illinois. And they're trying to harvest their soybeans. And there's a big problem because all the men seem to be fighting World War II. And Jacob Nelson and Tina Nelson, who own the farm, are basically grieving for the fact that they may not be able to produce their soybean crop this year. And they really need to get that harvested. So the story is interwoven with, first of all, we've got the farmers going, and they're supporting the war effort and actually feeding the world almost single-handedly. And on the other side, Fran Perkins, who is taking basic training not far away in Rockford, Illinois, is facing a dilemma of his own. We'll see how this works out. Right now, I'm going to begin then with continuing on with the story about Chapter 3, The Farm Boy. And in this section, we're going to talk about Deuce. Deuce is a nephew that is working the farm, and his value is in fixing a tractor. And so he's taken off on a trip to Rockford, Illinois, to get some parts to fix the tractor. Where is Deuce? Jacob gets up from his sitting position and scans the bean fields and the cornfields, calling for Deuce. His wife, Tina, responds to his calls, bringing daughters Ailey, Bobby, and Becky. The youngest daughter, 3-year-old Bonnie, is napping back at the farmhouse. What's wrong? Jacob shakes his head from side to side. Where is Deuce? He should be back from Rockford with those spare parts he thinks he needs. I told him this tractor will never run again, and he is off on a wild goose chase getting some spare parts. We have enough spare parts now to turn one of the cornfields into a junkyard. Now, don't get your bowels in a kink, Jacob. Deuce is Brother Johnny's boy, and we swore to love him and take care of him for the rest of his life. We both know your nephew Deuce is doing his best to help this farm, exclaims Tina. But I know we don't have enough help to harvest the entire bean field, but we'll work as much and as hard as we can. We'll work all day and all night if we have to. The girls will help out, and we'll be fine. We'll turn this hard work into fun. You need to have hope, Jacob. Farming's a tough life, and when you give in to fear and frustration, you lose yourself and you lose your farm. We've been through hard times before on the farm, and so have our parents. Tomorrow will bring a new day. We need to fill the new day with hope. Deuce is not the problem. Our fear and hopelessness is. When we plant the seeds of hope, we'll harvest a brighter future. Jacob smiles at his wife, saying, Tina, this is why I married you. You sound like our pastor, but you're much prettier. Sunday morning, when we're finished with the beans, we'll take a long look at our tall corn, our farmhouse, and our huge front yard. We'll hope for the best and be grateful for what is. We'll count our blessings. Thank you again for listening to 1001 Bedtime Stories of World War II. And get ready to listen to story number 16 as we continue on with Fran taking basic training and Jacob in his bean field.